Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tonight from Fort Morgan High School, it is a boys and girls doubleheader as the girls will play here shortly. This is Brian Nickel. The Severance Silver Knights come to town tonight to take on the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The Silver Knights are 2-1 overall. Fort Morgan girls are 0-2. Severance averages 58.5 points a game, and the Mustangs are averaging just 25.7 points a game, but very young team. The starting lineups is brought to you by High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Find out more at highplainsbank.com. And we will get the starting lineups here for your Fort Morgan Mustangs. Starting is junior Jenna Fritzler, junior Emma Christensen, junior Olivia Wolf, and senior Tessa Frasco. We'll see what we can get here. They had the opening lineups for the Silver Knights. I did not get them all. I know Kelsey Koza, junior, one of their leading scorers at 15.5 points a game, along with Natalia Pacino, at 15 points a game. Their other starter is also Anastasia Zelenko, along with Tyne Killip. The opening tip is brought to you by High Plains Bank. Tip is won by the Severance girls, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be out on the far side. They'll be to the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Full court pressure put on here by Severance. Mustangs do get the ball into Christensen in the back court. Now over on the far side to Olivia Wolf as she gets it up into the front court and then down court and off of the hands of Jenna Fritzler. So turnover Fort Morgan here as we start this contest. Severance comes in the number 9 team ranked in the state as they play the ball around and down the lane and up, and the basket will be good, and that will be Kelsey Koza as she goes to the bucket. And that foul is going to go against Emma Christensen. That will be her first, team first. So the Silver Knights up early, 2-0 here, 7:30 to go here in the first period. And that free throw is going to be up off the front of the rim and rebounded by Emma Christensen. Full court pressure still by the Knights. Frasco, that ball is going to be saved in the backcourt. It was knocked off of Severance. Now that's going to be a 10-second call. So turnover number 2. Mustangs having a problem with this press. As Pacino looks to trigger it in here, just short of half court. Now into the backcourt to Helzer. She's being guarded out front by Wolf. Now she hands it off to Pacino over on the far side. Pacino backs it out, now keeps that dribble alive. Keeps that dribble. Now she over on the far side now to Koza. She's going to drive it up to the top, picks it up, and then on the near side here. And that three is up and no good. Going to be rebounded on the far side by Killip. Now they're going to try and get it underneath. And that shot is going to be up and no good. But they're going to call a foul on the shot. And that will be on Kirsten Dahl. Her first, team second. And that is Anastasia Zelenko. Her first free throw is up and no good. But she will get a second. She was fouled on the shot. 6:43 to go here, first period. Next free throw is up and good for the 3-0 lead here for the Knights. Up front now is Emma Christensen. The ball is going to be taken away, going to be saved over on the far side, but stepping out of bounds will be Olivia Wolf. So turnover Fort Morgan. As Severance gets the ball up into Zelenko. Nice give and go, and that layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Fritzler. And that foul will be on Anastasia Zelenko. Her first, team first. The Mustangs look to inbounds. They do get it in to Wolf. Back to Christensen. Now up court to Frasco. And that's going to be turned over in the back court. Over on the far side to Koza. And that ball is going to go into the back court. And that will be a turnover for Severance. Their first. Fort Morgan with 4. As Wolf will inbounds. She gets it in to Fritzler, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Severance. And I believe that will be on Natalia Pacino. Be her first, team second. So Fort Morgan to inbounds right of their basket. Kirsten Dahl now off to Frasco. Back into the corner, and that shot is going to be up and no good by Wolf. Going to be rebounded by Killip. She gets it into the front court. That 3 on the far side is going to be up and good by Adelie Helzer. So 6-0 here, Severance. Full court pressure still, and that ball is going to be tipped and taken away. In the back court, layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Zelenko. Her shot up and no good. And rebounded by Dahl. And now a timeout will be taken here. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here as the Mustangs try to gather themselves here down 6-0 with 5:38 to go here in this first period. Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics. And the Mustangs once again being plagued with the turnovers here early. 5 so far in this first period, 1 against Severance. So we'll see if the Mustangs have something set up here. Will they be able to get that ball down court against this pressure of Severance? Severance, once again, the number 9 team in the state. Christensen to trigger it in for the Mustangs, and that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds, but will be retained by the Mustangs. So Christensen to inbounds once again. She looks to get it in. She still looks, and that ball is going to be tipped away, but out of bounds off of Severance. Fort Morgan will retain. Christensen now going to be in the corner to try to inbounds this ball. She's guarded by Zelenko. Gets it into Frasco. Looks like it's pretty rough under there. The ball is going to be taken away. And then turnover by Severance. So back-to-back turnovers. Christensen looks to inbounds once again. As she gets it in, but through the hands of Olivia Wolf. So the Mustangs with another turnover now. These Silver Knights look to inbounds far side as they get it inbounds to Zelenko. Zelenko drives it all the way down, but they're going to call an offensive foul on Zelenko. She was pushing off with her off arm. Now into the game will be Bailey Wiggins. Zelenko will take a seat. 5:22 left here in the first period. The Knights up 6-0. Kirsten Dahl looks to get the ball in. She does get it in to Wolf. Now the ball is going to be taken away. Now a 3 is going to be taken, and that is going to be up and good by Pacino. 9-0 Knights as Wolf is being hounded. A lot of pressure here in this back court. And that is going to be another turnover. Emma Christensen stepped on the sideline. So now Pacino gets it into Helzer. She's being guarded out front by Koza. A lot of contact. Ball is going to be underneath and up and good by Bailey Wiggins. 11-0 Severance as the ball is tipped away on the far side. Kirsten Dahl to inbounds. She's being guarded by Wiggins. Tessa Frasco now being bodied up. Picks up her, I thought she picked it up. Nope, it's going to be stolen though by Severance. Layup is going to be up and good, and that will be Tyne Killip. 13-0 Knights. Layup is going to be up and good. And that will be Emma Christensen with the first Fort Morgan basket of the game. And she will go to the line to shoot one. And that foul will be on Tyne Killip. That is their fourth, her first. So Emma Christensen shoots up and good for the Fort Morgan Mustang. 13-3 Severance. And that is going to be Kelsey Koza who comes out. Let's see who goes in. That is Sienna Henry into the game for the Knights. Now up front is Pacino. She's going to hand it off and then get it right back. Her layup is going to be up but no good. Going to be rebounded by Jenna Fritzler. Her second. Now it's going to be stolen down low and then stolen back by the Mustang. Shot is going to be up but no good by Christensen, but she was fouled on the shot, so she will go to the line to shoot two. And that foul is going to be on Ava Zink. Her first. So Christensen with the Mustang points so far, and that free throw is off the front of the rim and no good. 13-3. Severance, 4:05 left here in this first period. So Emma Christensen back at the line. Shoots, and that is up and good. So Christensen right now the offense for the Mustangs. 13-4 Knights. Yes, Pacino hands it off now to Henry. Henry gets it off to Wiggins out front. She's going to drive the lane and stop. I'm going to pick it back out here to Henry. Henry's going to hand off. Another three is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded on the far side by Henry. Now on this near side up to the free throw line is going to be Wiggins. We're back over on the far side to Zink. And that ball is going to be tipped and taken away by the Mustangs. Third turnover by Severance. And Mustangs will turn it back over on a travel. And now a timeout will be taken. This may be their mask timeout here for the two teams with 3:25 left here in this first period with the Knights up 13-4. Two fouls so far against the Mustangs. 5 fouls have been called so far against the Silver Knights of Severance. As in previous games, just way too many turnovers, not being able to take care of the ball are the Mustangs as they are sitting, I believe, at 12 turnovers here in this first period. Severance with 3 as they will inbounds far into the court. And it will be Tyne Killip as she will get it in to Natalia Pacino. She gets it up across the front court and goes by Christensen. That shot is going to be up and no good. And a jump is going to be called on the tie-up. That should belong to the Mustangs, I believe. Yes, it will be. Kirsten Dahl will trigger it in for the Mustangs. As she looks to get it in. She does get it in to Christensen up along this near side. She picks up her dribble, and that ball is going to be taken away and then taken right back by Kirsten Dahl. Kirsten Dahl is going to drive it down underneath. Layup is going to be up and no good. Ball is going to be tipped around. Kirsten Dahl with the rebound. And then fought for underneath, but taken away by the Severance Knights. 2:47 left here, 13-4 Severance. Drive down the lane, and the shot is going to be up and good by Killip. Her second bucket of the night. Knocked out of bounds on the far side, but the Mustangs will retain possession. Zelenko will come in now for Killip for the Silver Knights. So Kirsten Dahl to inbounds far side. She does get it into Olivia Wolf, and then up front, and that ball is going to be taken away on the bad pass over the head of Wolf. Zelenko now on the left side. She's going to drive it all the way down. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Tessa Frasco. Down court, nice job there by the Mustangs. Layup is going to be up and good by Emma Christensen. Nice ball handling and passing here by the Mustangs on that play. Give and go, and that layup is going to be up and good by Natalie Pacino. And she was fouled on the shot. And that foul will go against Olivia Wolf. So Pacino will go to the line to shoot one. That is up and no good. Ball is tapped around and taken over on the far side by Wiggins. Now underneath, and that layup is going to be up and good by Ava Zink, her first bucket of the night. As the ball is tipped out of bounds. And Kirsten Dahl will inbounds here. Near side, she gets it into Wolf. Back to Dahl. She's going to give it up to Wolf, and she's going to get across the timeline. Keeps that dribble alive. Now to Frasco. Frasco being guarded out front by Henry. Hands it off now to Christensen. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Zelenko. That's going to be a travel on Ava Zink. She took too many steps once she got the pass to go in for the layup. So 4 turnovers here now for Severance, 19-6. And that ball is going to be saved on the far side, but then out of bounds. Miscommunication on that far side by the Mustangs. As Koza will inbounds far side into Zelenko. Zelenko into the lane. Her layup is going to be up and good. Mustangs get the ball in. Ball now to Christensen as she tries to get the ball across midcourt and does. Against this pressure, she's going to drive it all the way down. Layup is going to be up and good for Emma Christensen. She's been the Mustangs' points here in this first period with 48 seconds left here to go in this first period. 21-8 Severance. And now a foul has been called on the far side. It may be on Kirsten Dahl. It's going to be on Jenna Fritzler. It'll be her first. 4th team foul. Henry now out on the high right side. Ball almost tipped away. Now on this near side by Helzer, and her shot is going to be up and good for the 3. That's her second 3 of the night. 28 seconds to go. Frasco underneath. And she is going to be called for the travel. Unofficially, they have Fort Morgan with 15 turnovers here in this first period. 24-8 Severance. We'll see if they look to take the last shot. Helzer hands it off to Henry. Henry's going to drive it to the lane and hands it off now to Koza. Koza out front now to Henry. 9 seconds left. Near side to Helzer. Now it's going to be backed out to Zelenko. Her shot is going to be up and no good, but rebounded by Emma Wolf. And that will bring this first period to an end with the Mustangs behind 24-8 here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back here to start this second quarter, as Severance will take possession to start this quarter. Out top here, and that 3 is going to be off the side of the rim, and looked like it was out of bounds as Pacino stepped out of bounds running down the missed shot. So Fort Morgan inbounds. Kirsten Dahl looks to trigger it in. She tries to get it in, and she finally does. And then the ball is going to be tied up. And that possession will go to the Mustangs. Kirsten Dahl once again to inbounds. Yeah, she bounces it in to Christensen, then the ball is going to be taken away. The deep three is off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded on this near side here by Jenna Fritzler. Down court now to Christensen. Yes, her first bucket here of the second quarter. On the far side to Pacino. Now she's going to hand it off out front to Killip. Killip for the three is up and good. Her first three of the night, 27-10. And the Mustangs turn it right back over, as they are not be able to handle this pressure by Severance. So Pacino will inbounds. She gets it into Zelenko over on the far side now to Koza. Over on the far side now, it's going to be tipped away, but I believe they're going to call an over the back foul, and that will be on Kirsten Dahl. That will be her second, team fifth. So Pacino gets the ball in, and then she receives it right back for the three, and that is up and no good. It's going to be rebounded by Christensen, her second. She gets it up across the front court into Kristen Dahl. Now to Frasco. She hands it off, but it's going to go through the hands of Jenna Fritzler on the far side. So checking in for the Mustangs will be Brooklyn Cundiff, and Kristen Dahl will come out. 27-10 Knights here with 6:45 left here in this first half of play. Ball to Zelenko at the line. She's going to hand it off now to Killip, and then her pass back out to Koza goes out of bounds. So turnover, Severance kind of to inbounds in front of the Mustang bench. She gets it in to Frasco, being guarded over there by Koza. And now a foul is going to be called. I believe that will be on Pacino. That will be her second. Team sixth. Kind of now to inbounds far side. Gets it into Christensen. Christensen into the front court all the way down the lane. Now Frasco's shot is going to be up and no good, but she was fouled on the shot. And that will be on Zelenko. That will be her third. So she will come out. So that will send Tessa Frasco to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. That first one is up and good. So into the game will be Bailey Wiggins for Zelenko. 27-11. That one is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Killip. Haven't given the point yet to the Mustangs. That three is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Helzer. Now that deep three is going to be way off the mark. Now a tie-up possession to the Severance Knights. It should be 11. They have not given the points to the Mustangs after that free throw. Out front now is Helzer. Gets it back out, gets it back from Pacino. Now on that far side, the layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Killip, and she's going to get it back out now, and that shot is no good by Pacino. But they have not given the 1 point to the Mustangs on that free throw. So Koza comes out. And back into the game will be Sienna Henry. Now they've given them the point. Mustangs get the ball in. Christensen across the timeline. Frasco's pass underneath. Layup is going to be up and good by Jenna Fritzler. So 27-13, 5:29 to go here in this first half. Severance gets the ball down low, and that ball is going to be up and no good. And that is going to get out to Christensen. Christensen with a layup. Her layup is going to be up and good. Nice job by Emma Christensen on driving it all the way down the lane. 27-15, 12-point lead. Pacino's going to drive it down. Now, yep, they're going to call an offensive foul. And that will be on Pacino. That will be her third. So Zelenko with 3, Pacino with 3. So she will come out. Ava Zink into the game. Cundiff comes out for the Mustangs. Olivia Wolf back into the game. Holly Lewis. Ball underneath the Frasco. Frasco's shot is going to be up and good. And she was fouled. And that foul is going to be on Ava Zink. Be her second. They're going to take a 30-second timeout here with 4:53 to go here in the second period. Western Engineering Consultants, engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants. So the Mustangs have cut this down to a 10-point deficit. Scoring 9 points here in this second period to only 3 for Severance. And that was a three-pointer by Tyne Killip. Killip with 7 points on the night. So going to the line will be Tessa Frasco. She is 1 of 2 from the free throw line so far. She can cut this down to a 9-point lead with 4:53, and that is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Zink. She gets it up into the front court. Now on this near side, but it's going to go through the hands of Tyne Killip, so that will be the third turnover for Severance here in this second period. Mustangs look to get the ball in. They do get it in to Wolf. Wolf's mask has come down off of her mouth there a little bit, but play has not stopped. Wolf switches directions. Now that ball is going to be taken away by Wiggins. Fourth turnover here in the second period. And now a foul is going to be called on the Mustangs as Tyne Killip tries to drive the lane. And that will be on Jenna Fritzler. Be her second. 6th team foul. Over on the far side is Wiggins. Now gets it up top to Killip. She's going to drive the lane, going to throw it back out front, but it's going to be a errant pass as Sienna Henry tries to run it down, but it does go out of bounds. Each team now with 4 turnovers here in this second period. Wolf with the ball. The ball was tipped away. They're going to call a foul on Severance. And that will be Adelie Helzer. That will be her first. It should be 10 team fouls, I believe. I have 10 team fouls. That should be a 2-shot. Yeah. They got it up there. So Olivia Wolf to go to the line to shoot the pair. That first free throw is up, in and out. Almost should be awarded a point for as far as that went down. 27-17, 4:18 to go here in this second period. Left-handed shot is off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Killip, her 4th of the game. Killip's going to drive it all the way down. Now she kicks it back out to Helzer. Helzer hands it off now to Wiggins. Wiggins is going to kick it back out front, and that 3 is going to be up and good by Killip. She's been the offense here in the second period for the Knights. Mustangs get the ball up into the front court. And that three is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded and knocked out of bounds by the Knights. And now we're going to have the mask timeout here. But the Mustangs had cut this down to a 10-point deficit. Back up now to 13, 30-17. With 3:48 to go here in this first period. Mustangs have gotten some of the jitters out of the way. They have only committed 4 turnovers here in this second period, as well as Severance. Severance has committed 8 so far in this game. And I have 19 for the game for the Mustangs. So for the Mustangs, back on the court will be Emma Christensen, Olivia Wolf, Tessa Frasco, Jenna Fritzler, and Kirsten Dahl. So inbounds to the right of their basket as the Mustangs get it into Christensen. Now Wolf with the three, and that is up and good by Olivia Wolf. 10-point game once again up front here to Koza. Koza's going to stop and pop for the three, and that is nothing but the bottom of the net for Koza. So 9 points in this half here or in this quarter by Severance, all from behind the line. Fort Morgan is going to take a timeout here. But we will keep it right here as the Mustangs are down once again 33-20. But the Mustangs have outscored Severance here in this second period by a count of 12-9. So this was a 24-8 contest after the first half. It is now 33-20. 3:20 left here to go. First half. 10 team fouls here for the Knights, 6 against the Mustangs, as they will now inbounds just down from mid-court with Emma Christensen. And they get it into Kirsten Dahl, back to Christensen. She's going to pop for the three, but her shot was blocked. Now up court is Severance, and that layup is going to be up and no good by Henry, but she was fouled on the layup. And that foul will go against Emma Christensen. That will be her second. 17 fouls. As Henry will go to the line to shoot 2. Sienna Henry. That is off the back of the rim and no good. So Sierra Henry, a 5'7" freshman. No seniors on these Severance teams. Haven't been in existence long enough. That ball is going to be tipped around and taken away by Frasco. Up court now to Christian. She's going to drive it down. She takes it all the way to the bucket. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Fritzler. Back out to Wolf. She's going to pick it up now to Frasco. She's going to drive it down the right side, pick it up. Now to Christensen. Her left-handed layup is going to be up and no good. It's going to be rebounded by Wiggins as they get it down court to Henry. Henry's shot is going to be up and good from about 5 feet. 35-20, 2:33 to go. Kirsten Dahl to Frasco. Frasco out top to Wolf over on the far side to Christensen. Christensen picks it up. Cross-court pass to Frasco. Underneath now to Fritzler. And that is going to be a foul, I believe, on Tyne Killip. That will be her second. And that will send Jenna Fritzler to the line to shoot 2. 2:19 left here. First half. And that free throw is off. It goes in. It looked like it was going to fall back out, but it did go in for Fritzler. 3 points on the night for Fritzler. She bounces that ball, go close to the floor. Bends. That free throw is in and up and back in again. So 4 points on the night for Fritzler. Over on this near side now to Henry. She's going to dribble it up. She's going to give it off to Wiggins out front. She's being guarded by Wiggins. Over on the far side to Koza, being guarded by Wolf. Ball is going to be tipped away by the Mustangs and taken away as they get set up in their front court here for their offense. Over on the far side to Christensen. Now underneath, nice pass there, but the shot is going to be up and no good. And they're going to call a jump ball. Looked like they could have called it over the back on Kirsten Dahl, but that possession will stay with the Mustangs. As Wolf will get the ball in to Christensen. She's going to drive it down the right side, pulls it back out, now cross court to Wolf for the three. That is off the bottom of the rim and taken away by Killip. Her 5th rebound of the game. Killip now to Henry. Henry on this far side is up and no good. It's going to be taken away by Fritzler, her 5th of the game. Frasco down the right side. Her layup is up and no good. Going to be taken away by Koza, her 1st rebound of the game. Koza, coast to coast, is going to be up and good. And they will call a foul on the Mustangs with 1:13 left. And that will go against Olivia Wolf. That will be her 2nd. 8th team foul. So Koza to go to the line to shoot 1. That free throw is up and good. Mustangs get the ball in court, not quite the pressure that there was earlier by Severance. Underneath now to Fritzler. Her shot is going to be up and good on the layup by Jenna Fritzler. 6 points in the quarter for Fritzler. Now on the near side to Koza. She's going to have the ball tipped away, but taken and over on that far side. That shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Frasco, her 3rd. But that ball is going to be well out in front of Wolf from Frasco. So Severance to inbounds. Far end with 41.4 seconds to go here. First period, 38-24. Severance. As they're going to kick it out on the far side to Wiggins. Her 3 is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Wolf, her 2nd of the night. She drives it up court, gives it off to Frasco. Now underneath to Fritzler. She's going to turn and shoot and come up short. Taken away by Killip with 17 seconds. Killip is going to drive it down. Now the 3 is going to be taken out front, and that is going to be up and good by Wiggins, her 1st triple of the night. 41-24 Severance with 5 seconds to go. And then they're going to call a travel on Emma Christensen. So 21 turnovers here so far for the Mustangs. Only 6 here in this 2nd period. As Severance will inbounds with 3.7 seconds left here in this first half. As they look up at the clock, and if it's going to be well short at the buzzer. So the first half of play over here at Fort Morgan as the Mustangs find themselves on the bottom end here of a 41-24 game here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel back here at Fort Morgan High School with about a minute left here in this halftime show. The Silver Knights from behind the arc had 7 Mustangs with just 1, and that came from Olivia Wolf. Tyne Killip with 2 from behind the arc, as well as Atlee Helzer and Bailey Wiggins with 1. But the Mustangs are scoring a little better tonight. They've been averaging 25.7 points a game. They're sitting at 24, so their offensive output is much better tonight than it has been. Still tough with the turnovers, as it is 21 turnovers in this first half. So for the Mustangs, starting the second half will be, see who can get a number here, Emma Christensen, Kirsten Dahl, Tessa Frasco, Olivia Wolf, along with Jenna Fritzler. For Severance, as they will get the ball first, they will have Tyne Killip, Natalia Pacino, Atlee Helzer, Anastasia Zelenko, along with, I believe, that is going to be Kelsey Koza. So Koza on this near side. Now she's going to get it up top to Pacino, and her three is up and good to start off this second half of play. Ball is going to be taken away by Severance, and then a foul is going to be called on the Mustangs, and that will go against Olivia Wolf. That will be her third. Severance will inbounds left side of their basket. As they look to get it in, they get it into Koza, and that three is off the back of the rim and no good. Going to be run down, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Severance. So Kirsten Dahl to inbounds, and that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Severance. So they move up court here just a little bit to try to get that ball back in play. Kirsten Dahl gets it into Christensen. Christensen picks up her dribble. She needs to get it across the line. She does get it over to Frasco. Frasco gets it into the front court, being guarded on the far side by Koza. Frasco's going to drive it up and no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Killip. Her seventh over on the far side, and that three is going to be up and no good by Koza. Going to be rebounded by Killip. But she was fouled on the shot. And that will go against Emma Christensen. That will be her third. So Tyne Killip to go to the line to shoot two. She bends, she shoots off the back of the rim, off the front of the rim, and no good. So now into the game for the Mustangs will be Marbella Estrada Diaz as Olivia Wolf comes out. I think she might have hurt herself a little bit on that last play. Next free throw is in and out. Going to be rebounded by Frasco, her fourth of the night. Down court now to Diaz, over to Christensen. Frasco on the far side has the dribble, 6:55 to go, 44-24. Up front now to Emma Christensen. To Diaz. Diaz into the lane. They're going to be passed underneath. And that shot is going to be up and no good by Dahl. Rebounded by Fritzler. Her shot is going to be no good, but she is fouled. And that is going to be Tyne Killip, I believe. That will be her third. So to the line will be Jenna Fritzler. She is 2 of 2 there so far tonight. That's off the front of the rim and no good. Premier Farm Credit understands production ag and has been serving our rural communities for over 100 years with locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. So out of the game is Tyne Killip. Into the game, I believe, is Bailey Wiggins. Next free throw is in and out. Going to be rebounded by Zelenko, her second of the night. She gets it up court now, hands it off. Underneath back to Zelenko. Her layup is going to be up and good by Zelenko. Her first bucket here of this second half. 5 points on the night. Layup is going to be up but no good by Dahl. And then tipped out of bounds on the far side by Severance. Pass into Dahl. Frasco with the head fake underneath. And they're going to call the travel before the pass. So 23 turnovers here for the Mustangs. Diaz comes out. Into the game will be Holly Lewis. 46-24, 6:12 left here in the third period. Underneath to Zelenko, back out front to Pacino, and that shot is going to be up and good for the three. So 11 points on the night for Pacino, and that ball is going to be tipped away and taken away by Severance. They get it up into the front court. Zelenko going to drive it all the way down. Her underhanded layup is going to be up and good. As the Mustangs not handling this pressure once again into the hands of Christensen. Gets it up into the front court, being guarded by Koza. Now off to Kirsten Dahl. Excuse me, and that pass is going to be out of bounds. Turnover Mustangs. Severance now into the front court. Bounce pass over on the far side, and that three is going to be up and no good by Helzer. It's going to be rebounded by Lewis. Hands it off to Christensen. Now a tie-up on the far side. And that possession looks like that will stay with the Mustangs. Christensen on the far side, just short of mid-court, looks to get it in. Does get it in to Fritzler. Backhanded layup is going to be up and good for Jenna Fritzler. 8 points on the night for Fritzler. 2 here in this third period. 5:09 to go. Ball is going to be tipped away, but they're going to call a foul. And that will be on Jenna Fritzler. That will be her third. So Severance to inbounds right of their basket, and that will be Pacino. Pacino gets it off to Zelenko over on the far side now to Wiggins. Wiggins over into the corner once again to Pacino. To Zelenko, back to Pacino for a deep three, and that is up and off the rim. Going to be rebounded by Holly Lewis. Lewis gets it up across the timeline. Now on that far side, that ball is going to be taken away by Zelenko, but then they're going to lose it out of bounds. So into the ball game will be Cundiff. Brooklyn Cundiff will come in for Jenna Fritzler. As the Mustangs inbounds in the corner with Emma Christensen. She'll get it in to Dahl. Over on the far side to Lewis. Now back over on this near side to Christensen. She's going to line up the three, and that is up and good for Emma Christensen. Her first three of the night, 15 points on the night for Christensen, 51-29. Just under 4.5 to go here, third period. Zelenko's going to drive it all the way down and in for the layup. 6 points here in this third period. Ball is going to be taken away once again in the front court. Zelenko with the steal, and she's going to drive it all the way down for the layup, and that is going to be up and good by Zelenko. Now the ball is tipped out of bounds, but Mustangs will control. Emma Wolf will go in, excuse me, and Holly Lewis will come out. So Kirsten Dahl to inbounds. The Severance making a number of substitutions here. Zelenko will guard the inbounds as they do get it into Wolf. Still that full court pressure. Ball back up to Wolf. She picks up her dribble down, gets it back to Dahl. Dahl gets it across the timeline, gets it over to Frasco. Bounce pass to Wolf out front. 55-29. 3:49 left here in this third period. Emma Christensen, head fake. Now she's going to give it back out to Wolf. Wolf's going to back it out. They're going to try and get this offense set up here over to Christensen. And that ball is going to be tipped away and taken by Severance. Ball is going to be underneath. Nice pass, but could not finish. And the ball is going to be taken away by Olivia Wolf, her third rebound of the night. She's being double teamed out here almost near midcourt. And it looks like they would like to call a timeout there, but it gets it off to Frasco. A lot of body contact, and that free layup is going to be no good by Kirsten Dahl, but she was fouled on the shot, and that will go against Sienna Henry. That will be her first. And now a 30-second timeout for a masked timeout, I would guess. 55-29 here with 3:08 left. Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience make Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. Mustangs will be home next Tuesday as they will host the Niwot Cougars. Girls at 5 o'clock, the boys game at 7:30. We will have those right here on B106 as well as the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And going to the line will be Kirsten Dahl. She is scoreless so far tonight, so we'll see if she can get a couple of points here from the free throw line. That first one is off the front of the rim and no good. So she will line up for foul shot number 2. Bends and shoots. That one is in and out, and that is going to be rebounded by Zelenko. She gets it up court quickly, now over into the corner to Henry, and that free throw or that shot is up and no good, and they're going to say it's off of Olivia Wolf, excuse me. Thank you, John. Now Zelenko with the inbounds pass, and that shot is going to be up and good. Zelenko has been the major offense here in this second half. Looks like they could have called a travel over there on Dahl, but did not. Layup is going to be up and good by Olivia Wolf. 5 points on the night for Wolf, 57-31. With Killip, she's going to drive it down that left side. Her layup is going to be no good, but they're going to call a foul on the Mustangs. And I believe that is going to be on Jenna Fritzler. I believe that's what they're going to. So that one, the free throw is up and no good by Pacino. But that foul was on Kirsten Dahl, her third. So Tyne Killip at the line. That free throw is up and good for Killip. 58-31, the Mustangs get the ball down court quickly. Over on the far side is Wolf. Kirsten Dahl back out front. She's going to hand it off to Frasco. She's going to back it out here a little bit. 2:21 to go. 58-31 Silver Knights. Christensen picks up the dribble, now gets it back off to Frasco out top. Frasco's going to drive it down the right side, bounces it off of her foot. And turnover to the Silver Knights with Killip. She's going to get it back out front to Pacino. That deep three is up and good. She's about 6 feet behind that three-point line. It's her third one here in this second half. Pass underneath, layup is going to be good, and they're going to call a foul. Nice job by Jenna Fritzler. And that foul is going to be on Tyne Killip, will be her fourth. So Jenna Fritzler with the bucket, and we'll go to the line to shoot one. She is 0 for 2 here in the second half. She was 2 for 2 in the first period. And that free throw is up and good. So back into the game will be Kelsey Koza. Coming out will be Tyne Killip. Pacino gets the ball up into the front court as she's guarded by Christensen. Now on the near side to Koza. That three is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jenna Fritzler, her sixth of the night. Ball is going to be taken away by Severance in the back court. Over here on the near side to Henry, and that shot is up and no good, but Henry taps it back in, and it's going to be taken away by Kirsten Dahl. And then taken away by the Severance Silver Knights. That shot is going to be up and no good. I'm not sure. They called a foul on Ava. They call that on Ava Zink. They called that on Zink. That will be her third. So the Mustangs will inbounds now. Still under full pressure. As they look to get the ball in, they do get it in to Olivia Wolf. Frasco picks up the dribble. Now she's going to give it off to Emma Christensen. Christensen for the three, and that is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded on the far side, but out of bounds. So turnover Mustangs as they have 9 in the second half so far. 1 on Severance as they get the ball inbounds in the backcourt. Under a minute to go here. 61-34 Silver Knights in this third period. Pacino's going to give it off to Zelenko, and that layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Fritzler, her 7th of the night. Olivia Wolf over on the far side to Frasco. Frasco's going to pick up her dribble. Back to Wolf, but that ball is going to be taken away by Severance. Layup is going to be up and no good. And a foul is going to be called on the rebound. We'll see if that goes against Fort Morgan. And they will call that on Zelenko. That will be her 4th. So Zelenko comes out. Bailey Wiggins in. As Kirsten Dahl looks to get the ball in, she does to Wolf. Now being guarded. Ball is going to be taken away. See if they're going to call that. They're going to call that on Severance. That will be on Helzer. Her second. So Fort Morgan retains possession. 61-34 with 23 seconds left here, third period. As Wolf gets it up across the timeline into the front court. Over on the far side to Christensen. Cross-court pass to Frasco. Frasco dribbles down that left side. Now comes back up. Pass over to Christensen. Now a tie-up, and that will go to Severance with 6 seconds left. Here in this third period, 61-34, Severance ball into Pacino. Pacino's going to get it up into the front court, 2 seconds. A three is going to be taken. That is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. So at the end of 3, the Mustangs down 61-34 to Severance here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mustangs with the ball here in this fourth period. Little jumper is going to be up and no good by Christensen. It's going to be rebounded by Koza. Koza gets it down court now off to Helzer. Now underneath, nice pass underneath. That ball is going to be up and good by Tyne Killip. Christensen drives it down. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded on this side here by Koza once again. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Olivia Wolf. Wolf now up into the front court and trying to get this offense set up here. Keeps that dribble alive out front, being guarded by Killip. Wolf now on the near side to Frasco. To Kirsten Dahl at the point. Now underneath to Christensen. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Emma Christensen. It was Jenna Fritzler earlier, excuse me. But out of bounds on the far side was Fort Morgan, so they will turn it over to Severance. Pacino with the dribble, 63-34. Zelenko hands it back off to Pacino. Her three is up and good. Pacino from deep. That's her first 3 of the night. Oh, excuse me, got that on the wrong one. Pacino. As the Mustangs work it in their offensive end. Jenna Fritzler, little hook is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Zelenko, her 4th of the night. Run down in the front court. Now back to Pacino, and that 3 is going to be up and is an air ball. Saved into Zelenko. Zelenko with the layup on the far side, but she is fouled. And that will be a foul on Kirsten Dahl. That will be her 4th. And she will go to the line to shoot 2, 66-34, and that free throw is kind of like throwing a brick up there, it looked like. So Zelenko with the second free throw is up and good. Mustangs quickly up the front court. Frasco on this left side is going to drive it down. Gets it to Kirsten Dahl. Dahl's shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be taken away by Killip. Zelenko all the way down, and her layup is going to be no good, but they're going to call a foul on the Mustangs once again, and I believe that will be on Emma Christensen. That will be her fourth. So Zelenko back to the line to shoot two once again. That free throw was off to the right. Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler and gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient, which makes them the only stop you need. Both free throws, no good. As good as she is from the field, she is not a very good free throw shooter, at least tonight. Mustangs with Frasco out at the point. Bounce pass to Fritzler. Now the three is going to be taken on the far side by Wolf. It's going to be rebounded and taken away by Koza. Layup is going to be up and good by Zelenko. 69-34 as the Mustangs are down with 5:17 to go here. And that is going to be up and good. That will be Kirsten Dahl with the bucket. So a timeout is taken here. But we will just keep it here with the Mustangs down 69-36. That was a 35-point lead. And so when they come back out of this timeout, it will be a running clock except for timeouts, free throws, and injury timeouts. So Mustangs have gone above their points per game. They were averaging 25.7. They're sitting now at 36. Severance was averaging 58.5. They're sitting at 69. So the Mustangs will be on defense as we come out of this timeout. Severance inbounds far into the court with Titan Killip, but she'll get it into Pacino. Just over 5 minutes left here to go in this contest. Ball is going to be down to Zelenko. Zelenko is going to be called for the travel. And they keep the clock running like it's supposed to. As the Mustangs get the ball in court to Wolf. She gets it up across the timeline. Going to give it over here to the near side to Frasco. To Kirsten Dahl up top. Now to Fritzler. Now over on the far side to Wolf. As the rebound is going to be taken away by Koza, her fifth. And then a turnover here by Severance. 12 on the night for Severance. Have 33 for the Mustangs. Unofficially. Wolf up across the timeline. Has the mask down around her chin. Over on the far side to Christensen. Back up to Fritzler. Now on this far side to Wolf. And that is going to be a turnover by the Mustangs. 3:57 left here, 69-36. As Pacino gets the ball up across half court. Now over to Zelenko in the corner. Nice give and go. That layup is going to be up and good by Pacino. Mustangs. Christensen over on the far side for a three. Up and good for Emma Christensen. Her second three of the night. 71-39. Pacino up into the front court. Going to drive it down the right side. Going to be give and go again to Zelenko, and that shot is going to be up and no good. And a tie-up, and that will favor the Severance Silver Knights. As they were 30-second timeout will be taken here for a mass timeout. Western Engineering Consultants, engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants. So 3:14 left here in this contest. 71 39 in favor of the Silver Knights of Severance. The boys' game will be coming up at 7 o'clock. 7:30, excuse me. And Severance will inbounds left baseline of their basket with Pacino. Pacino gets it into Zelenko over in the corner, now up front to Henry. Henry back to Zelenko in the lane. Zelenko with the layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Kirsten Dahl. Dahl now off to Christensen. Going to be run down in the corner over there by Wolf. Now underneath the Fritzler, and her shot is going to be blocked and taken away. Zelenko's going to run it all the way down. It looked like she traveled, and she did. One too many steps there on the layup. 2:42 to go here, 71-39. Olivia Wolf into the front court to set up the Mustang offense. Now near court to Frasco. Underneath now to Wolf once again. Shot is going to be up and good. Excuse me, it does go in for Wolf. 2:19 to go here. Severance with the ball, and that shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Zelenko, and her layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Fritzler. As Wolf gets the ball up into the front court. And Mustangs are going to take a 30-second timeout here with 2:02 left here. 71-39. Mustangs will be home once again, as I said earlier, to Niwot next Tuesday on the 9th. That will be a 5 o'clock tip for the girls, 7:30 for the boys. The boys will be coming up here later on at 7:30. We will have an extended program between contests. So we'll see what the Mustangs have written up here to get some points, get this ball inbounds. Emma Christensen, the ball is going to be tipped away on the far side. Henry with a shot is going to be up and no good, going to be tipped around, taken by Zelenko. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Wolf, that will be her fifth. Minute 46 to go here, 71-41, 30-point lead here for Severance. Wolf now to Christensen. Her shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacino. Down court, Pacino's pass is going to be up and good. And that layup is going to be good by Ava Zink. Christensen cross court to Frasco. Frasco for the three, up and good for Tessa Frasco. Her first three of the night. Minute 10 to go. 73-44 Severance. Pacino over on the far side to Henry. Henry's going to drive it down. Going to give it back out to Zink. Zink on the left side. Back to Zelenko. Back out front to Pacino. She's going to drive it down. Kicks it back out to Wiggins. Wiggins back to Zelenko. Zelenko at the three-point line. Now she's going to drive it all the way in. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Frasco. Her fifth of the night. 40 seconds left here. Wolf pass over to Frasco over on the high right side. Picks up her dribble. Now gets it back over to Wolf, being hounded over there by Henry. Shot is going to be up and no good. It was a pass. That shot is no good by Dahl. Going to be taken by Zelenko. Pass to Pacino, and that shot is up and bounces off the top of the backboard and no good. So that may be the last attempt here. We're down to 10 seconds with the clock running. 73-44. Mustangs get it in with 4 seconds to Kirsten Dahl. Kirsten Dahl back to Christensen. That shot is up and no good. So the Mustangs fall here 73-44. We will take a 3-minute break and then be back with the post-game show here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel back here at Fort Morgan High School on the post-game show. That is brought to you by Morgan Community College. MCC is here to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out today at morgancc.edu. Well, the Mustang ladies fall tonight to Severance by a score of 73-44. Leading scorers for Severance was Natalia Pacino. She had 19. That's followed by Zelenko with 16. Kelsey Koza with 8. We'll go to Tyne Killup. She has 13. Followed by Bailey Wiggins with 5. Atlee Helzer with 6. Ava Zink with 4. And Sienna Henry with 2 for their 73. Leading the way for the Mustangs tonight is Emma Christensen with 18. Followed by Jenna Fritzler with 11. Olivia Wolf with 7. Tessa Frasco with 6. And Kristen Dahl with 2 for their 44 points. The Mustangs were 6 of 15 from the free throw line. The Severance was only 4 of 12. So not a good night shooting from the free throw line for the Severance Silver Knights. Mustangs committed unofficially 35 turnovers to 13 for Severance. And as far as rebounds was 27 for the Mustangs. And about 28 or so for the Severance Golden Knights, or Silver Knights, excuse me. So next up will be the boys. They will be at 7:30. That will be about an hour away. So we will take a break here in just a minute, as the leading rebounder for Severance was Tyne Killup, and she did have 9. Leading rebounder for Fort Morgan was Jenna Fritzler. She had 8. Olivia Wolf had 5. Tessa Frisco with 5 also. But the Natalia Pacino, 5 triples tonight for the Natalia Pacino. So we will take a extended break here, as the girls have ended their game with a loss 73-44. We will now go to the program that has been set up, and we will be back with you in about an hour for the boys game here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.